Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching. My name is Shirdel. I am the guy who runs the Namco Music Center. It's been a little while. I'm sorry about that. Work, life has been a thing, but I am working on some really amazing content pipeline. Hopefully, a lot of you guys will like it. Tekken related, of course. Before we get started, I do have membership on this channel now, so there is a join button. You can take a look if you want to become a member and help support the channel. That will help me to create more high quality content very quickly. I really want to make a go of it. I really want to create a lot of YouTube content that is enjoyable for me to create, and hopefully will be enjoyable for you guys to watch. So there is like a membership that you can do with the channel now. There are some cool emotes which you can have in YouTube chats, which you're seeing on screen right now. They're pretty cool. And yeah, I'm just getting started with it. So if it's something that you would like to do, if you would like to support the channel, of course, entirely optional, then you can do so. And yeah, have a conversation with me about what you guys would like to see. Really want to make this a thing. Want to make this channel like something that, how do you put it? I want to, make a lot more of this channel. I want to be active on it. So let's see how it goes. But yes, today I have the Tekken 3 soundtrack tier list. It's been a little while since I've done one of these. So I have every single song from the Tekken 3 arcade and arranged the PlayStation soundtracks here. So I'm going to give them a listen and I'm going to see if I like them or not. I'm going to rate them. I do not have the F tier because I don't think there's going to be any F tier songs Tekken 3. Tekken 3 is a very consistent, very nice soundtrack. This is like the start when guys like Nobuyoshi Sano and Kaiichi Okabe started to compose Tekken. So this is really like the start of the new wave of Tekken, not just in audio but in gameplay as well. Let's get started. Let's see if I like them. Here we go. So the first one is going to be the intro, Tekken 3. It's a very standard intro, really. It's just one of those where it's like, it's a very short arcade intro. But it's got the nice guitar riffs. It really helps set like the tone of the game. I'm gonna give that a C tier. It's just a very short riff, really. But it's nice. It's nice. Go on, the Embu. The Embu's pretty. I really love the Embus. I wish they did them in Tekken 7 and the more recent Tekken. They're really sick. Oh, it's about to break. Here we go. It's about to break again. Nah, that's sick. That's sick. This is so late 90s. I don't know about that one. That one's really hard to rate. I think I'm gonna give it an A-. That's actually really sick. I like that a lot. Damn, Nobuyoshi Sano is being the maestro. Alright, let's move on. Oh wait, no. Okay. Nice little guitarist. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of Jimi Hendrix, I don't know, with like some like techno pops in the background. Like the guitar specifically is like a bit Jimi Hendrix. I don't know. The only problem is it loops very quickly. I'm gonna give it a B. The loop is very, very short. So yeah, I think a B is fair there. Let's move on to Phoenix. It's kind of weird, actually. Not sure what to make of it. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. It's so slow. Where's the drop? It's a bit repetitive, it's a bit slow. I like that little drop, but it's not really enough on its own. I think that's a C tier, to be honest. It's a little bit samey, it's a little bit repetitive. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, if you guys want to do your own Tekken 3 OST tier list, then the link is in the description. Check that out if you want to make your own. Let's move on to lore. I'm gonna skip forward a tiny bit. Kind of funk. It's kind of crazy, actually. And there's the loop. Okay. It's a bit weird. It's a bit funky. I'm gonna give it an A minus. An A minus. That's pretty sound. It's a little bit crazy, a little bit funky, a little bit smooth. Not a bad song at all. Let's move on to Lay. Oh yeah, there's a 80s guitar. Love the erratic kind of pace of the beat. It's getting faster now. It's kind of like the cops chasing guy. You know, it kind of has that like tense feeling of it's getting like closer and closer to the climax. It's a little bit erratic as well in the middle. I'm gonna skip forward one more time. It's interesting, even though it's looped, suddenly it's got like this extra bit of percussion in the background. Got that little cymbal beat in the background. So even though it's looped, there's like extra like instruments added into the loop. Nice. Okay, I'm going to give that an A minus as well. A minus or B. I haven't had any A tier songs just yet, in my opinion. I'm going to give this an A minus as well. It's nice. It's very funky. Really love, as I said, the extra instruments coming in later on, like the erraticness of it. It's like very well composed, which is just a Nobuyoshi Sanai trait, really. I think A minus is a solid place to put that. Let's move on to King. Oh no, you know this one's. It's just so good. It's so good. It's like just it's so subtle yet it's so intense at the same time. Smooth but intense. Like slow and yet it's just such a good song. It's such a good song. I'm just gonna get to the drop and then we'll rate it. Damn, we listened to almost the whole of that. I do slightly prefer the PlayStation one, which we'll hear later on, but because I think it just does a little bit more of a drop. But at the same time, the arcade one is just so. I think that's an A plus for me. Easy. That's an A plus. That is such a smooth song. Not quite an S because I think it's just the slightest bit samey. No, that's a bad thing. It's so good, but it could progress just a tiny bit more. I think. But let's move on to. I'm trying to decide if I like this or not. I'm not really sure. This isn't a song that I really go out of my way to listen to very often. The opening riff just doesn't really do it for me, but this is kind of. I think this is really a Marmite kind of song. It's one of those songs you either love or you hate. I'm trying to understand it, and I think it's one of those songs that you need to listen to a lot of times to really get it. I think. For me right now, I like extra instruments. I like the very Tekken 3 arcade style kind of thing. They dip in and out of the beats and drop some beats and kind of thing. By the way, I'm not a musician, so I might be fluffing out some terms. Apologies, but I think hopefully you can catch the gist. I'm trying to say. Um, It's a very interesting one. For me, the main thing is just that the main symphony doesn't, or the main melody, sorry, the main melody of like that guitar riff, it just doesn't really do much for me. Um, I'm gonna rate it a B out of fairness, I think. Or C? Is it a C? Let me listen a little bit further because it is a very long song. It's 4 minutes long. What the? Okay, I've listened to enough. Yeah, I'm gonna rate it C. It's yeah, not quite my favorite, unfortunately. But maybe it's one of those. I will listen to it a couple more times if it grows on me. Uh, yeah, not right now, not my favorite. Maybe you prefer it. That is. Let's skip forward just a tiny bit. And again, just a bit more. It's very smooth, very smooth. I like the kind of. I really don't know quite the word, but those drums in the background that was like at the top of your ears. Um, at the end there, just before I pause, I really like that. Um, it's smooth. It's nice. I think it's a very fair beat. I think that's a very fair to put in the beat here. Let's on to Huang. Skip forward just a bit. It's very samey. I was just like skipping forward little bits throughout the song. Doesn't really progress much. It's just that same wow. Just that same wailing kind of guitar riff. It's a nice riff. Doesn't really D or B, honestly. Because it doesn't progress. I'm gonna give it benefit down, put it in B. Because I did kind of skim through just for the sake of time, because I can't listen to the entirety of every single song. Otherwise, this will be a 2 hour long video. The benefit of doubt, I'll put it in B because I can't decide between my ones. It's definitely not bad. The parts I listen to are not bad at all, and it does progress in little ways, but the main melody doesn't progress. Same riff with extra bits added to it. It's not transforming into anything more. Let's move on to Zhou Yu. Hey! Really not a fan of this. I think the problem with this song is that it can't decide whether it wants to be Tekken 3 smooth or cute like Xiao Yu and like kind of like fun fairy, and it just comes off as creepy. I don't know about you guys, but I get a kind of creepy vibe with this song. This bit's kind of nice for it. Okay, I've listened to enough to give it a rating. Yeah, no, I'm originally not a fan of this song at all. Just kind of, I don't know. I don't know what the weather is, but I don't like the opening. It progressed quite well though. But at the same time, it's still not an amazing song. I'm gonna give it a C. I was originally thinking it was gonna be a D before I started this, so you know, it's gone up in my ears, so to speak. Um, not the biggest fan of that song. I much prefer the place. On to Eddie. I like the funkiness of this track. I don't quite know what it's trying to tell me, if that makes sense. I don't know what character I mean, I know it's Eddie, but it doesn't feel like an Eddie song. It feels like a remix of Jin's song. I'm gonna give it a C. Maybe even a D. Let me listen to it a tiny bit more. Well, no, it's not a bad song, so I can't give it a D, but I don't think it represents Eddie. So yeah, C tier. Let's move on to Jin's Arcade. Song's nice. This song is very, very nice. Melody's fantastic. It is just so smooth is really the word of the day. Tekken 3's arcade soundtrack is just so. Uh, I'm not sure where to put this one. I'm thinking A tier. It's not quite on the same level as King Arcade, but really nice. I think A tier. Moving on to the hidden character thing. Every single hidden character apart from Heihachi, characters like, Julia, Anna, Gunjack, Brian, all had that one single thing to represent. Basically a sub-boss thing, so to speak. Tekken 3. A lot of people think that this song is actually like Julia's song because the PlayStation version of Julia's song sounds kind of like a remix to it, especially the start. This bit not so much. I kind of get it, but I don't think so. It sounds similar. I'm sure they took part of it, part of the song, and used it in Julia's theme, but I don't think this is supposed to be Julia's theme. I think it's supposed to be just you. Kind of like quiet interim report from Tekken 2. Where am I going to put this? I'm going to put this in A-, I think, is a good. It's not as good as Jin's, but it's a very nice, clean song. I'm going to just listen to a tiny bit more. Yeah, I think that's a good place. Let's move on to Heihachi's theme. This song was remixed in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, by the way. I'm sure a lot of you know that. I don't like this bit. I like the start. This bit is kind of just like, it's nice, but you're kind of just waiting for it to progress. This part of the song's kind of like, like the first part is like Heihachi as he appears, like kind of Tekken 3, kind of like smooth and nice, like nice to Jin and all this. This part of the song is kind of like reminding, this guy is a bad son of a bitch. A-. It's a very nice song. It's not a song that gives me goosebumps. And really, I think a song, it's A- is as high of a ranking as a song can get without giving me goosebumps. That song, really nice, smooth, clean. I love fake out bit that goes into the second half of the doesn't give me goosebumps, so it can't be A. Let's move on to Ogre's theme. This is a bad theme. of course, there's two parts to this theme. Ogre's part and True Ogre's part. It's the same with the PlayStation track as well, so we'll skip forward in a moment. Ogre's part is really just setting you up for True Ogre's part. It's just the eeriness before the moment. Here it comes. I think Ogre and this song in particular really fits the Tekken 3 arcade style, like, you know, with the drum and bass in the background, the little fake outs, the little catches that Sanaro no Kabe likes to throw in. This song and Ogre really fit that style better than maybe other songs really. It just fits so naturally. It's intense, but yet it's kind of smooth badass at the same time. I'm gonna give this an A+, honestly. Really nice. Let's move on to the Star Throw, and then we'll go on to the Star Throw. Is kind of like a little mishmash of some of the previous songs, character themes. See how many you can. Hachi. Sorry, that was Jin. Oh no, this is Jin. A little bit of play. That was a bit better. Only problem with this song is that it's too short, which is something that the arranged version fixes. But this is nice. I really like the mishmash of different character themes placed together. It really just fits the whole Tekken 3 arcade style down perfectly. I'm gonna give this an A-. Really nice song. It doesn't give me goosebumps, and it could be a bit longer, but very, very nice song. Let's move on to the PlayStation soundtrack with you. Forgive me for the sin of cutting this song short, but I'm on a time frame. Such a good song. Oh, there's actually a bit of it I do want to listen to. I've got to stop. I'm going to listen to the whole thing. It's such a nice song, such a cool opening. Not my favorite. Tekken 5 is my favorite opening, and I would say Tekken. Again, Tekken 5 for two combined are my favorite opening song. Really love Tag 1 as well. Sixes actually. I think Sixes is underrated. But yeah, really, really nice opening. I'm gonna give that an A-. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's move on to the character select. Oh. Now, straight away you can notice the kind of Tekken 3 PlayStation style. It's a lot cleaner, it's a lot crisper than the arcade. The arcade's kind of like smooth. Like, still got the same fake out, still got the same drum and bass, but it's not like intense drum and bass now like it is nowadays. Or in like, you know, the mid 2010s. It's, you know, how do I put it? The drum and bass is there, but it's not in your face. It's complementing the song. But anyway, this song I'm gonna give a B. It's nice, clean, it's crisp. It's a little bit repetitive. That's the only problem. Same as the arcade. But a very nice song. Let's move on to Jin's. This is one of the most iconic songs in the whole series, let's be honest. This song just screams protagonist. Cool, badass protagonist. And I think a lot of lifelong Jin fans will probably be fans in part, even if I don't realize it, because of this song. Made them think how cool. This is before, you know, before Jin got double crossed by Heihachi, went exile, he went all emo. This is Jin when he was badass. I mean, not to say that's a bad character development at all, but you know, this is Jin when he was at his core, not Devil Jin. So, very nice song, easy A+. On to Lei. Hope you guys are enjoying the synthesizer, the visualizer in the bottom right as well. I think it just adds a really nice touch to the whole thing, you know what I mean? It's very nice to look at while you're listening to the song. Sounds nice, it's very clean. I'm gonna give it a B. Is it a B or an A minus? Let me listen to it a little bit more. I'm glad I listened to that part. That part just kind of caps it all. That's it. That's an easy A minus. Now, we might be getting our first S song with this next one. Let's listen to King from PlayStation. Too good, dude. Too good. I already know. There's a little callback to the arcade song. Such a good song. The reason why it's better than the arcade version, in my opinion, is because it just progresses so much better. It goes from that smoothness to intense breakdown. It is an easy S tier. Shout outs to Tasty Steve. King Main, of course. Let's move on to Paul. That part almost sounds kind of like Tekken. No, it almost sounds like Street Fighter 4 set play. A little bit. Is that what I'm thinking of? It might be. Might be. Oh, this is Capcom 3. I don't know. I'm a Tekken player. I'm not like a 2D player. This is a nice song. It's chill. Nice. It's definitely better than his PlayStation arcade version. I think it's a B tier. It's nothing incredible, but it's nice. It pumps you up. Good stuff. Move on to Eddie. See what I was talking about with the arcade version and how it didn't sound like an Eddie song? This is an Eddie song, dude. Yeah, that's an easy A tier for me. It's just so stylish. It's so capoeira. I hope I pronounced it. I tried my best. Probably should have pronounced it and just instead of trying to be fancy. Anyway, really nice song. Easy A tier. Let's move on to Hawaiian. I think the symbols in the background kind of represent his like Taekwondo background. It's kind of like a homage to Bay, the Tekken 2 theme. But the guitars of this are like so punky and they're so, you know, edgy almost. They're so teenager rockish. I mean, so boring. That's just a theory, of course. Yeah, that's nice. That's really, really nice. Definite A tier. so funky. It's badass. The guitar is just so good. The cymbals in the background and the passion of it, so good. Very well put together song. It represents Hwoarang so well, just like Eddie's. I think that's really the kind of thing that Tekken 3's PlayStation soundtrack does that the arcade one doesn't. Even though it has a similar kind of style, it puts more emphasis on each individual song representing each character. Even though it keeps the style, the song stands out compared to the arcade soundtrack where they kind of all blend together. That's kind of why I'm giving them higher ratings on it. Move on to Law's theme. Bass guitar, is just so smooth and funky. It's so, young for its Law. This song has two halves though. This song has a second half. Let's keep this thing. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. Ever get tired of listening to that breakdown step. It's just so good. It's so good. That's why it's S tier. That second half, that breakdown. So it almost doesn't fit OST Law, honestly. It's almost too good for it. But it's just so clean. So clean. That is an easy S tier. That is just that breakdown, I would never get tired of it. I've listened to it so many times. It's in my my main playlist. It is just so good. Let's move on. This is one of the songs that's very similar to the arcade version, with just a few extra little twists, so I'm going to just skip forward a bit. Yeah, I don't need to listen to it anymore. I'll put it on while I'm talking. Really, really nice. It's got the same smoothness that the original does, but it's it's just got extra little progressions, like this bit here. It's just got a little bit more to it. It makes it just more of a whole song. Yeah, A-, really, really nice. No, I wouldn't say that there's anything wrong with the song. It's very nice. It does what it needs to. It represents really well. I don't think it's got as much flair as like a Tekken song. The melody doesn't really stand out too much. That's the reason why it's not A or above, I'd say. But it's still really, really nice song. Let's move on to Yoshi. No, that's not Yoshi. than the original is because it has an opening guitar riff, but it's much more bearable because of the beat in the background. It sounds way better. The main reason why this is high is because that guitar riff does not overstay its welcome. The song progresses, about 30 to 40 seconds in, a completely different melody. It's still got that little guitar riff in the background, but it's not the main focus. Something involved. The song evolves way better. So that's the reason why it's higher. Yeah, this is really clean. And this song is just a complete overhaul. It doesn't sound anything like the arcade version at all. I like this bit a lot. Yeah, way better song. It's not trying to be cute, it's just stylish. It's Ling really well. It's serious. It's still got a slight flair to it. Kind of fits. It's nowhere near as cute as way better song. Move on to Heihachi. Yeah, this song slaps. There's just no other word, it slaps. We're about to get to the silence. Here we go. Yeah, this song's sick. I'll decide whether it's A or A minus. Honestly, a higher rating than I thought I was going to give it. And the song kind of just loops the second half. It's only like a minute and a half long before. That being said, really good. Progresses. Got way more to it. The sirens just really tip it over you. And that last little bit before it loops, just so nice. Easy A tier for me. Higher than I thought I was going to give it, but yeah. Nice. Let's move on to Julia. It's that song that kind of just... This is a song that really travels across... if you're listening on headphones, it just travels like a circle across your ears. I don't know how else to describe it. Really nice. Progresses well. don't know. I don't know. That little bit, I forgot about that little. That tips it over the edge. That's A tier. That's A tier. Without a doubt. That, yeah, really, really nice song. Let's move on to Kuma and Panda. Yeah, I think it's one of the more forgettable songs in the soundtrack. Maybe even CT. Let me keep. Yeah, it hasn't really got a lot going for it. I think C2 is fine. No, C2 is PlayStation. Yeah, it's not really got a lot going for it. Not bad by any means. It's not a bad song. It just doesn't stand out really. On to Gunjack. Just eerie. It's got the eeriness factor. It's very nice, but it doesn't progress into anything. I'm really looking. If something is repetitive and it sticks, it needs to be at a very high level for it, and it needs at least something to mix it up. I mean, it has something, but it's not. No, it hasn't got a ton going for it. I think B tier is fine because the main song itself is not bad. It's got the eeriness and like the roboticness. I don't quite know the words to describe it, but it's not even eerie. It's just kind of low, not lo-fi, but low in energy. Not in the barrel. I don't know how to describe it. Let's move on to Brian. This one is a banger. You already know. You already know. Really nothing else like this in the whole Tekken series soundtrack. There's no song like this one. This song just stands out. A little trivia for anybody who's watching live on the premiere who's in the chat. Who composed this song? I don't think you're gonna guess. It's Hiroyuki Kawada. I do not know if he's composed for any game after Tekken 3. I don't think he has. He composed Gunjack and Brian's themes, and that's it. So for him to compose a song as legendary as Brian's, as well as beloved as Brian's, and never come back to a Tekken game composed, that's crazy. But yeah, really easy S tier for this song. It's just iconic. Let's move on to Mokujin. one shouldn't be A tier, but it is because it's just so good. It's just so good. Just so composed so well. It's a classic song. Like very wooden, obviously. I don't know. You guys already know. SNA tier. It's just composed really well. Let's move on to Doctopus. I'm gonna give this one a controversial opinion. See if people agree in the chat after we listen. I already know what I'm gonna give this, but see if the chat agrees. I think that's enough. I'm gonna give it A+. That is a sick song, dude. The beat, the breakdown, the drop, and everything after the drop is just so good. Such a good riff. Really like that song. This is so good. It's so good. Let's move on to Anna's theme. I don't like the second half at all. I don't like that wearing. Not D tier, but C tier. That's the first C tier song in PlayStation. Not bad at all. Not bad. I like the first half. It's kind of like subtle, subdued, but it doesn't progress into anything good. I don't like the second half. Move on to Tiger Jackson's theme. Did not know he was around in the Tekken. This song is like an 80s WWE theme. That's the kind of vibe I get. Not funky at all. It's not really like funky like Tiger. Give that an A-. I like the second half a lot more than I like the first half. The guitar riff doesn't do a lot for me. That second half was nice. It was almost Brian-like, but except not as fast-paced. Yeah, I liked it. Nice. I like the second half a lot. Move on to Gon's theme. wild and yet a little bit. I used to like this a lot when I was. Nowadays, it's not quite so much my favorite. Still nice. Still, I like it. Fits Gon pretty well. It's kind of a bit silly, but also a bit fun, but also like kind of badass at the same time. It's like kind of wild, I think. No, not a bad song at all. B tier is a good place to put it. Let's move on to Ogre. Of course, this song has two halves as well for Ogre and. It's an easy S tier. I wasn't sure. I thought in my mind it was probably going to be S tier, but I needed to listen to it to really make sure. It's just one of the best progressing songs in the entire soundtrack, I think. Progresses from beginning to end. It kind of keeps the same tempo. In terms of like, it gets more intense, but it still has the same like same melody, same pace. The pace doesn't really explode until near the end, where it just goes crazy. Really, really nice. The intent. It's so different to the arcade one as well. That's the thing I like. The arcade, it's the same in the Tekken Tag as well. The arcade one, like, it goes really fast paced, and when it gets to Troger's, Ogre and Troger's main melody is the same. Same. It builds up in other ways in the background. So I like them both for different reasons. Move on to the results thing, and then finally the stuff. It's there. It's there. It's a results theme. It's nice. It's smooth. It does what it needs to do. B tier. Finally, the staff roll. thing gives me real Prodigy vibes. I don't know about you guys. That gives me huge Prodigy vibes. Nice. That's an A tier. Really good. It could progress a little bit more, I think, but doesn't overstay its welcome. I think that's an A tier. Not quite A minus. So that's it, guys. That's my list. I hope you guys enjoyed. How long is that? Hour and or yeah, it's about what I expected. I'm glad it wasn't like an hour and a half. I kind of kept it down as much as I. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, make your own tier list in the description below. I have the new membership with that. I want to make a lot more content, not just tier lists, not just the music. I wanna do a lot more high quality Tekken stuff. I think you guys will be hearing a little bit about it. Stay tuned, things, and if you want the channel, a membership, it will help me to make videos more frequently, and see where it could take. Thank you guys very much for watching.